After you signed into the account, it's now actually time to start the Canadian citizenship application. All you have to do to start the process is to click on create an application. Then you have to choose the type of citizenship application that you're planning to fill and submit. 99% of the time it's this one. If you're applying for yourself and you are 18 years and over, if you're applying for yourself and your family members, then this is the one that you have to pick. The other two options, this one and this one, are for minors who have either a Canadian parent, or they don't have a Canadian parent and they're applying to become Canadian citizen at the same time as their parent. But 99% of the time, if you're applying for yourself and your family member, this is the one that you have to choose. After you choose this one, you just scroll all the way down, you enter your name, your family name. I'm just gonna go ahead with Ross, and then I'm just gonna write down music, and then you have to enter the year of your birth. We're just gonna say 1966. Then the month, we're gonna say August, and we're gonna say August 2nd. Then you click on create an application. After you created the application, you're gonna start filling out the information for the person you just wrote down, the name and date of birth. You're gonna choose English. If your preferred language to receive email from IRCC is English, you're gonna choose English. Then you're gonna state whether or not you need special need accommodations. You're just gonna say no. Then you have to enter your UCI. You can find these on your permanent resident card. Just gonna write then you're gonna scroll down. This is already filled. Then you're gonna answer these questions. Have you changed your name since you becoming a permanent resident? Our case is no. Have you ever used any other name? No. What's your gender? You're gonna choose your gender. Then do you need to change your gender designation? We're gonna say no. Then it's gonna ask for your height and your eye color. These information can be found on your permanent resident card. I'm just gonna write 165, and then for eye color I'm gonna choose brown. They already have my date of birth. Have you corrected your date of birth on your immigration documents? If you have, then you're going to choose yes. If you haven't, then you're just going to choose no. Do you need to correct your date of birth? If you need to do that, then you're going to choose yes. If not, you're going to choose no. Then it's going to ask you for the place of birth. Then you're gonna choose your marital status. If it's single, you're gonna choose single. If it's married, you're gonna choose married. Then you're gonna check if the page is ready. If you see the green check mark, that means you entered all the information, you didn't miss anything, and you're good to move on to the next step, which is contact information. You're going to enter the home address that you're currently residing. It's going to be Canada. Then you're going to enter an address. I'm just going to say, I don't know, for the sake of this video, we're going to say 36 Borden. I'm just gonna go ahead with this one. And if your mailing address is the same as your home address, you're just gonna choose yes. Then you're gonna enter a phone number, a Canadian phone number. You're gonna choose the type of that phone number, whether it's residence, cellular, or business. We're gonna go ahead and say it's cellular. If there's an extension for your work, you can just enter it. If not, just leave it blank. Do you have an alternative phone number? You can just say yes. If you do have another one, you can just add it here, add the country code, add the, if it's Canada, you can just click on Canada, then you can choose the type of phone you have, and then you can just enter those information. If you do not want to add another phone number, then you just easily click on no. Then it's asking if you have a representative or if somebody is helping you with this application. We're just going to say no, I'm filling it out myself. Then it's asking you if you want to appoint a representative to communicate on your behalf. I'm just going to say no, and then you can see that it is automatically, the green checkbox automatically shows up, which means that we have filled out all the information correctly, and we can just move on to the next step, which is identification. So here you have to attach some documents. One of the documents will be your photo. So make sure that you already have that, and if not, make sure you go get one so that you can actually easily add it here. After you take the picture, you can just add the pictures here, and these are the criteria that you must meet for that picture. Make sure you have that written, or make sure you know exactly what it's asking you, so that you can let the person know that you're looking for a photo with these features. Then after you upload your photo here, you're gonna move down. Make sure to get the photographer's information. This is a must-have. You must get the photographer's information. You want to know the name of the business or name of the photographer. You need the name of the business. You don't need the name of the photographer. You need the name of the business. We're just gonna go and say, I don't know, Ahadi's Convenience. And then the country, it's going to be Canada. These are the information for the photographer. These are the information of where you took that picture. If it was at the convenience store, you write down the name of the convenience store, where the convenience store is located. I'm gonna say it was at 177 Rue. So after you entered all the information for the place that you took your picture, then you can just scroll down. You gotta enter the date that you took the picture, and that date should be within the 6 months that you're submitting your application. If it's older than 6 months, then you have to retake the picture. We're just gonna say 2024 for the date. We're gonna say it was in July, and we're gonna say it was on, I don't know, 31st of July. Again, you need the information of the place you took your picture, and you also need to make sure that the picture was taken within the 6 months of the date that you're planning to submit your citizenship application. After you're done entering these information, you can scroll down. Here you have to attach for personal identification. It's asking you to upload pictures of two pieces of ID. This can be your health card and your PR card. For the first one, I chose PR card, and you just attach it here. Make sure you attach, first of all, make sure the pictures are clear, and then make sure that you attach front and back of that PR card. Then for the second ID, you can either attach the driver license or you can attach your health card. Either way would be fine. You can also attach other documents if you have them. I'm gonna go ahead with health card. After you're done attach all these documents, then you're gonna check if the page is ready. I haven't attached my document yet. I just want to show you if you haven't filled out all the information correctly, when you click on check if the page is ready, it's gonna give you an error and it's gonna show you what you're missing. So I'm missing all the informations, I'm missing the documents, and I'm also getting this huge error message at the top of the page. So if you haven't entered all the information or attached the documents, it's not gonna give you that green checkbox that you see next to these ones. You're not gonna be able to see that green checkbox, and it's not gonna let you submit your citizenship application. So you wanna make sure that you fill all the information and you attach all the documents. Otherwise, you won't be able to submit your application. I'm gonna attach all these documents, then we can go to the next. So I did attach all the documents, and as you can see, I got that green checkbox and it says the page is ready. But before we move on to next step, I want to make sure that I go over this page one more time. So again, you need a picture of yourself. You have to upload that here. Then you have to enter the information for the place that you took the picture in. After you entered all those information, then you need to attach two pieces of ID. It can be your PR card, your health card, or your driver license. Then after you attach all those informations and documents, you can move on to the next step, which is residence and tax. So for the residence and tax section of this application, it's basically asking you for your personal information. Here is asking you for all the addresses that you have lived in for the last 5 years. I'm just gonna type some made up information. Let's say that from August 31st, 2018 till 2020, July 31st, I was living on 34 Pharmacy Avenue. Make sure that the postal code and all the other informations are correct. The unit number, the street number, make sure they're all correct. Then you can click on Save Address. If you make a mistake, you can just click on Edit and fix it here. If for example, let's say the unit is 35, not 34, you can just save the address like that. You can just fix it that easily. Or if you think that no, this is not the right address and you want to get rid of it and delete it, you can just click on Delete and click Yes, I want to delete it, or No, go back. And I'm just going to add another address. I'm going to say from 2020 August 1st to let's say this is my current address, so that I don't have to enter a date if this is my current address. I am living in, gonna say 47 Pharmacy Avenue. Then I'm gonna click on Save the Address. After you entered your address, you can just scroll down and answer all other questions. It's asking if in the past 4 years you were in a country or territory other than Canada for 183 days or more in a row. If not, if yes, then you have to click on yes, enter the name of the country, let's say Afghanistan, and then you have to answer the relevant questions. Will you provide a police certificate? If yes, then you have to attach the file. If no, then you have to explain why you're not providing a police certificate. And if you haven't been in any other country other than Canada for 183 days in a row, then you click on no. Then for the next question, it's asking for your SIN number. It's asking if you have a SIN number or if you have a TTN number or individual tax number. If yes, you have to include your SIN number for this question. Just come up with a fake SIN number. Okay, I'm just gonna come up with a fake SIN number. After you entered your SIN number, then they're gonna ask you which years you have filed your taxes and which years you haven't. Okay, it's asking if I filed my taxes in 2023, I'm gonna say yes. If I filed my taxes in 2022, I'm gonna say yes. If I filed my tax in 2021, yes. If I filed my taxes in 2020, yes. If you haven't filed your taxes for 1 year, you should be fine. So after you answered all these questions about filing your taxes, you can move on to the next part. This part is basically just asking you if you authorize IRCC to have access to your information, tax information, your physical presence information, anything that CRA has. IRCC is trying to access those information through CRA, and they're asking for your authorization. And the only option that you guys have for this part is yes. If you choose no, then it's gonna let you know that you can't submit your application and you can't become a citizen. So the only option you have is to choose yes. That's it. You can just say yes, I allow RCC to have access to all the information that CRA has. After you pick the yes here, you can just move on to the next question. It's asking if you have ever held immigration or citizenship status in a country and territory other than Canada. For this one, you should say yes. It's the country that you were born in. If you were born in, I don't know, Turkey, then you should say yes, I have a citizenship of Turkey. It's gonna ask you when you got your citizenship. If you have citizenship from other countries, you must also include those here. But if you only have citizenship from the country you were born in, that's the one that you need to mention. If you were born in 1966, then August 2nd, then and well, that's the date you want to enter, because since you were born, you were granted citizenship in the country you were born, right? So, and you never lost that citizenship, I'm assuming, so you can just say not applicable, and then you gotta say which country that was. We're just gonna say Turkey, and then you gotta say what was the status in that country. I'm just gonna say citizen. Then you can save that status. If you have citizenship from another country, for example, United States, then you can also enter, you must enter the information here as well. Again, if you have 2 or 3 citizenship, just make sure you enter those information here. You want to make sure to include the date that you got your citizenship, and you want to make sure to include which country it was and what's the status that you have in that country. But again, if you only have citizenship from another country that you were born in, that's all you need to mention. And if you made a mistake, you just click on edit. And if you just wanna delete it because this is just not right, think about it is right, you just click on delete. Then we're going to move on to the last question. It's asking if you have ever applied for travel documents or passport during the last 5 years. If the answer is yes, you are you must fill out these boxes. You must enter the information for that travel document, the document number, the country that was issued, the place of issue. And if the answer is no, you just simply say no. And if it's asking you to provide an explanation, you can just say, I never needed a travel document. So I never applied for one. And after you, or any other explanation that you might have, any other explanation that you guys might have. It shouldn't be this one. This is just an example I'm giving you guys. Any other explanation that you might have would be fine. As you can see, I got that green checkbox, which is what we want. That means we have filled all the information and we're good to move on to the next step, which is work and school. So on the work and school section of this application, they just want to know what you were doing during the last 5 years. They want to know if you were a student, if you were unemployed, if you were retired, if you were working as a homemaker, or if you were working or self-employed. They just want to know what you were doing during the last 5 years. This is the tricky part of this application because you must make sure that there is literally no time gap. You have to make sure that the dates are all back to back. The months are back to back. You do not want to leave even 1 month of time gap. You do not want to do that. Otherwise, it's going to give you an error. I'm going to show you an example in a second. Also, one more thing that you need to remember is that it's a must. You have to make sure the month that you end and start with are the same. I'm going to show you what I mean. So let's say from 2019 September, I was till 2022 in April. I was a student. It's asking for my occupation or activity. I'm going to say I was a student, and it's asking me for the name of the business or institution that I went to. I'm going to say York University, and then it's asking me for the address. I'm going to say it's located in Canada, and then the address, I'm just going to come up with some fake address. I'm going to say it's on Stills Avenue, and then I'm going to save the activity. Okay, so I entered the dates. I said that's from September 19 to April 2022. I was a student, and I was going to York University. It's the educational institution that I was going to, which is in Canada, and that's the address. Now I'm going to say that the same year after my graduation, which was 2022, I got a job in August. I got a job in August of the same year that I graduated, and this has been my job ever since. This is the job that I've had since my graduation. The job is, I don't know, data analyst. And my employer name, the company I work for is, I'm going to say AO Insurance. I'm going to say it's located in Canada, and the address, let's just say 56 Victoria Park. and I'm going to save it. Now, let's just assume that these are the only two things that I have done during the last 5 years. From September 2019 to April 2022, I was a student, and then from August 2022 up until now, I'm working as a data analyst. Now, if I click on check if the page is ready, I'm going to get an error. Why is that? That's because there is a time gap in the history that I entered. Where is the time gap? They don't know what I was doing between April 2022 till August 2022. They want to know what I was doing between these months. So I am going to say 2022 from, it's got to be after the month that I graduated. It's going to be the month after April. After April, I'm going to say from May 2022 to I got the job on August, so till July 2022, I was unemployed. And I didn't have any employer, and I was not going to any university. And for the address, you can't just say, you have to enter an address, otherwise it's not going to let you save it. I'm just going to give my home address. If I just, hold on. If I don't enter any address, I'm just going to show you guys this. If I don't enter my the address, I'm going to get an error. I'm going to say that I was in Canada, and I'm going to give them my home address. Because I was employed, I was at home. It makes sense. So I'm just going to give my home address. Let's just say this is my home address. You got to give them the home address at the time you were residing. So if in August 2029, if your current address is different from before, you got to make sure you give them the right address. So I'm going to enter that, then I'm going to save it. Now all the dates are back to back. Now they know that from September 2019 to April 2022, I was a student. Then from May, which is right after April, to July, I was unemployed, and I gave them my home address because you have to give them an address. And then right after July is August 2022. And after August to up until now, I have been working as data analyst. Now they have a cohesive idea of what I was doing since 2019. Now, if I click on the check if the page is ready, I'm still going to get an error. Let's see here. I'm still going to get an error. Why is that? Because the date that I ended with, August 2022, the month of the month, August, is not the same as the month that I started my history with. These two must be the same. So if you started with September, you must end with September. Or if you can't do that because you can't change the employment date, right? Then you have to let them know what you were doing before September 2019. Just just let them know that in 2019, they want to know what you were doing up until August 20. This is going to give me an error. 19 September. I'm going to say I was unemployed, not applicable. And again, if I don't enter anything, it's not going to let me save it. So I'm just going to enter another address, my home address. Let's say this was the address at the time. Now you can see that it was automatically saved. And I got that green checkbox that I was looking for. So again, the month that you start and end with, in this case it's August, must be the same. So if you start with August 2019, if you start with the month of August, you must finish with the month of August. If you start with the month of September, you must finish with the month of September. The months must match. Also, you must be 100% sure that there is no time gap. You want to make sure that the dates are all back to back. August to September, September to April, May to July, and August again up until now. You want to make sure the dates and the months are back to back, there is no time gap, and that the month that you start and end with are the same. When you have all these ready, and when they are all when you have them all ready and they're all good to go, you're gonna get this green check mark that we have been looking for. To prohibitions. So for the prohibitions section of this application, this is going to be very straightforward and easy if you have a clean background. We're just going to go over questions one by one. So it's asking, are you serving a term of imprisonment? Again, if you have a clear background, the answer is going to be no. If yes, then you have to say yes. It's gonna next question is, are you on probation? If the answer is no, then then you check no. If yes, you gotta check yes. It's asking if you're on parole. If the answer is no, you just choose no. Again, if you have a clear background, it's gonna be very straightforward. You just answer no to all questions and then you move on to the next part. It's asking if, for question number 2, is asking if you're serving a sentence outside Canada for an offense. The answer is no if you're not. If yes, then it's going to be yes. Question number 3, are you now charged with or are you on trial? If the answer is no, then it's no. It's asking if you have an offense outside Canada. Again, if you haven't done anything outside Canada, just say no. Are you now or have you ever been under removal order? If the answer is no, then choose no. If yes, then choose yes. These are very, very basic and personal questions, and they're very easy to answer. It's just a yes or no questions. It's based on your background check. So again, if you have clear background, it's going to be no to all these questions. Are you now under investigation? No. In the 5 years immediately before the date of your citizenship application, were you prohibited from being granted citizenship or taking the oath of citizenship because of misrepresentation or withholding material circumstances? No. In the 10 years immediately before the date of your citizenship application, was your Canadian citizenship taken away? No. In the 4 years immediately before the date of your citizenship application, have you been convicted? No. Have you been convicted of an offense outside Canada? No. Well, a permanent resident, have you been convicted in Canada of terrorism? No. Have you been convicted outside Canada of terrorism? No. Served as a member of an armed force of a country or territory or organized armed group? No. By checking this box, I confirm that I have read and understand the prohibitions under the Citizenship Act. You must check this box, otherwise it's not going to turn green. And you can see after you answer all the questions, it will automatically turn green and you get that green check mark that you're looking for. Then you're going to move on to the next section of this application, which is language proof. So if you're between the ages 18 and 54, you must show proof of language proficiency. But if you're 55 years old or older, then you don't need to show the language proficiency. There are certain stuff you can upload for this page. There are certain documents you can upload that will be accepted as a proof of your language proficiency. It can be a diploma, it can be a university degree, it can be the classes that you have, English classes that you have been attending for quite some time. It can be any of those. if you have them, if you're over the age of 55, you can just check this check mark if you're over the age of 55. And the reason that I have this here is because I entered the date of birth. For the date of birth, I entered 1966, and if you do the math, you're gonna see that it's gonna be older than 55 years old. That's why the only option I have in this page is 55. I'm sorry, it's this sentence right here and nothing else. If you have entered your date of birth wrong, you can just click on this and then you can just add the date of birth. But again, if you do that, there might be new information to fill, so you gotta be sure that if you actually change the date, you make sure that you also go over the all the information to make sure that you're not missing anything. If you are not over the age of 55, then it's going to be very simple. It's just going to ask you to upload an attachment that shows that you have a proof of your language proficiency. Then you can move on to the next page, which is physical presence. So the physical presence part of this application is very important, and it's going to determine whether or not you can submit your citizenship application. It's very important to meet this paragraph right here. If you do not meet the criteria mentioned in this paragraph, it's not going to let you submit your application. So this part is basically talking about the number of days that you must have been in Canada, and also the number of days that you must have been permanent residents. So you must have lived in Canada for at least 1,095 days or 3 years, and out of these 1,095 days, you must have been a permanent resident for at least 730 days. If you have not been a permanent resident for 730 days, or if you haven't lived in Canada for 1,095 days, then it's not gonna let you submit your application. The good part about this part of the application is that it's got a calculator, and it's gonna automatically, you enter the dates and it's gonna automatically calculate the dates for you, and it's gonna let you know if you meet these criteria or not. So you don't have to calculate it using your fingers. You don't need to do that. It's actually gonna calculate it for you. I'm just gonna show you in a second, just bear with me. But again, you have to meet this criteria to be able to actually submit your application. So let me show you what exactly I mean. So let's start answering this question. During the 5-year eligibility period, did you live outside Canada as a Crown servant? No. If you're a family member of a Crown servant? No. Okay, now it's asking you to enter the date that you became a permanent resident. This is the date that is on the back of your PR card. So on the back of your PR card, there is a date that says PR since. That is the date that you must enter here. So again, this is the date that shows on the back of your PR card. Just flip your PR card, the back side, right in front of the line that says PR since. That's the date that you must enter here. I'm just gonna enter a made up date. Let's say January 14, 2022. After you enter that date that shows on the back of your PR card, you click save, and then you have to start answering these questions. So depending on your residence status before you become permanent residents, you gotta answer these questions. So if you were an international student, then you're gonna say yes to this question, and then you're gonna click on add temporary residence status, then you're going to add here, international students. Then you have to fill out these boxes, and then you have to answer these questions. If you were, if you had a visitor visa, if you ever had a visitor visa during the last 5 years, again, during the last 5 years, if you ever had visitor visa, the answer to this question is going to be yes again. And then instead of international students, you just click on visitor visa. And then again, you enter the dates, you answer the questions. If you're a temporary foreign worker or a temporary resident permit holder during the last 5 years, you're going to say yes to this question, and then you're going to fill out this boxes accordingly. For the sake of this video, we're going to say that yes, during the last 5 years, I was an international student. Again, if you were a visitor, you just click on visitor. If you were a temporary foreign worker, you click on that. I'm just going to say, yes, I was an international student. And then for the year, I'm just going to say I was a student from 2017, September 1st to 2018, I don't know, April 30th. And then it's asking me, did you apply to extend your status? If the answer is yes, you click yes, and then again, answer these questions and fill out the box. And if the answer is no, you just click no. Let's say that no, I didn't extend my status. If you did extend it, you just click yes. And then you're just going to say no, and then I'm going to click on save. Oops, the date must be within, sorry. My bad. Let's just change this to 2019. Oh, I get it now. Sorry. It should be during the last 5 years. See, I miscalculated the dates. It must be within the last 5 years. My bad. If you enter a date older than 5 years, as you just saw, it's not gonna let you save it. It's gonna say that that's way over 5 years. We're just gonna say 2019 here, and then I'm gonna say 2020. Yes, okay, now I can click on save, and you can see that these information are saved. And if you make any mistake, you click on edit, and if you want to delete it, you just click on delete. Next question is asking if during the last 5 year eligibility period, if I was ever a protected person. A protected person is a refugee. It's usually for those people with refugee cases. If the answer is yes, you click on yes. If the answer is no, you click on no. If you've never been a refugee before, if you never applied to become a refugee in Canada, you click on no. If you did apply to become a refugee and your case was approved, then you are counted as protected person. Then you're gonna say yes. For the sake of this video, we're gonna say yes. And then it's gonna ask you to enter the dates that you submitted your claim. We're just gonna say we submitted the claim on 2020, let's say December or November, it doesn't matter. We're gonna say November 3rd. Then it's gonna ask you, was the claim approved or not? You're gonna say yes. If yes, then yes. If no, then you just click no. Then it's going to ask you the date that the claim was approved. We're going to say 2021, April 27th. Then for the next question, during the last 5 years, did you spend time serving a sentence? If the answer is yes, you click yes. If no, we're just going to say no. During the last 5 years, did you leave Canada for any reason? Vacation, work, business, family matter, school, or illness? If you have, just enter it here. If not, you're just going to say no. I'm just going to click on no. So the reason I answered yes to this question and this question is because I want to show you how it's going to look like on the calculator. So after you enter all the date, you're going to click on this, calculate my physical presence, and it's going to calculate it for you. If you're eligible, it's going to show you a green line, and up here it's going to tell you that congratulations, you have at least 1095 days of physical presence in Canada. It's going to give you this green congratulations message. And again, it's going to count the number of days that you have been in Canada as international students or as a protected person or refugee. It's going to calculate all those for you. And this is what you need to notice. Do you see how it has a separate box for the number of days that you have been a permanent resident? Here, if it says less than 730 days, it's not going to let you apply. It must be 730 days or greater. But again, it has to be greater than 730 days. Here, good. It's 932 days, so it's very good. But if it's anything less than 730 days, it's not going to let you apply. Also here, the minimum number of days that you must meet is 1,095 days. Here it says 1,184.5, which means that we're good. We meet the criteria and we can apply for citizenship. One more thing that I want to talk about is that while you're an international student or a protected person, again, a protected person is a refugee whose case has been approved by our IRCC, my bad. If your case as a refugee has been approved, you are considered protected person. And if you're an international student, well, or a visitor visa, it's going to show it here. So during the time that you're a protected person or an international student, the multiplier is half, which means that every 2 days are counted as one. So again, if you do meet these two, don't worry about the multiplier. It's not something that you should be worried about. Again, if this is green and if you get these congratulations message, then you're good to go. You can just move on to the next step, which is consent. But again, if you do not meet these two requirements, it's going to give you a red error message and it's not going to let you apply. So we're going to move on to the next section. So the consent part of the application is very easy and straightforward. You just have to answer some yes or no questions, and there's nothing hard to this part of the application. Here is just asking you if you authorize IRCC to share your information with member of parliament. I click on yes. Next part, it's asking if they can share your information with election, and you just scroll down. I click on yes again. And for this part is asking you if you want your citizenship certificate on paper or on an electronic, or you want it as an electronic e-certificate. If you choose paper, it's gonna take a lot longer for you to receive your citizenship certificate. But if you choose electronic certificate, you're gonna get it within 1 week after your citizenship ceremony, or maybe sooner. 1 week is the maximum amount of time that you will receive it if you go ahead with electronic. But if you go ahead and choose paper, it's gonna take a few weeks. I'm gonna choose electronic e-certificate because it's the processing time. I'm gonna get it within 1 week, so, and I highly recommend for you guys to apply for the electronic e-certificate. You do not want to wait months. You do not want to wait weeks for just a certificate. But again, it's up to you. If you prefer paper, just go ahead and click paper. If you prefer electronic, just click on the electronic. After you answer all the questions, you can see that we get that beautiful green check mark that we always look for. And now we can move on to the last part of the application, which is optional document. So the optional documents section of the application, it's optional. If you have any document that you want to attach, like an explanation letter, you want to explain about something, or if you have a document that you want to attach, you can just add it here. You just click on add file, and then you can just attach it here. But again, it's optional. If you don't have anything to attach, and if you feel like you have already uploaded all the document that they're asking for in these sections, and there is nothing else that you want to attach, you don't have any explanation letters, you don't want to explain about anything, and everything is very straightforward, then you don't have to attach anything. But if you want to explain about something, this is where you can attach it, and it must be in English, and it must be easy and clear to read. After you're done, then you can just click save. You can click save on any time when you're filling out this application. Oops. I don't want to attach anything, so I'm just gonna click on save. Then it's gonna take you to the next section. You just click on pay fee. So after you click on pay fee, it's going to bring you to this page here. This is where you must attach your proof of payment. So when you pay, you will receive an email with an attachment. The attachment is your proof of payment. You must upload that attachment here. I'm going to show you both the attachment and the email that you will receive in a second. But again, you have to upload that attachment, which is your proof of payment here, for you to be able to actually submit your application. So in order to pay your fee, all you have to do is to click this link. It's going to take you to this page here. You're going to scroll down. There are two options here. This option is for those who don't know how much they should pay. If you have a family of 5 and all 5 of you are applying for citizenship, but you're not sure how much to pay, I highly recommend you to use this option. And if it's just you, if there is only one person in the citizenship application and that person is over the age of 18, this is the option. This is the easier option. All you have to do is to click on citizenship, and then you can click on continue, and it's bring you to this page, and all you have to do is to click one here. And then you scroll down, you click on submit. But if you're a family of 5 and you're not sure how much you should pay, again, you can just use this option. It's gonna show you exactly how much you have to pay. I'm gonna show you how to do this one. This is a bit more complicated, but if again you're a family of, if it's more than 1 or 2 people, I highly recommend you guys to use this option. If it's 2, then again, if it's you and your partner, you click 2, you type 2 here, and then you press submit. If it's you and your family members, then, and you want to know exactly how much you have to pay, and you're not sure, you click on this option. I'm just going to show you how this works. You click on answer questions, scroll down, you click on this option right here, apply to get citizenship. Then you click on continue. Then you're gonna click on the first option. I'm applying to become a Canadian citizen, alone, with family, or for a minor. Then you click on continue. Now, if it's you and your family, then you're gonna click on this option. If you're applying for a minor, it's this one right here. If it's just you, I already showed you this, but this is also another way for you to pay. It's gonna have the same. It's gonna show you the same amount that you should pay that I showed before. But let's just choose this one for those who are family and watching this video. We're gonna click on continue. Now it's gonna ask you how many people in your family are younger than 18. If you have, for example, 2 kids that are younger than 18, then you're just gonna, and both applying for citizenship with you and your partner, you're gonna click on you're going to type 2 and then you click on continue. Then it's going to ask you how many people are over 18. If it's you and your partner, you're going to type 2. If you have also another kid who is over 18, then you're going to type 3. It depends on the number of people in your household and your application. For the sake of this video, we're going to say 3. You, your partner, and one of your kid who is older than 18. Then you're going to press on continue. And then it's going to show you how much exactly you have to pay for the citizenship application for 5 people. 2 of them are younger than 18 and 3 are over 18. This is exactly how much you have to pay. If it's just one single person, it's going to be $630, and that's all you have to pay. Again, it depends on the number of people in the family and their ages. For the sake of this video, we're just going to say it's just one person. And then I'm going to click on submit. And it's going to show me the total amount that I have to pay. It's $630. And then after you get the amount that you have to pay, all you have to do, you're going to click on click and pay. Here you have to register. You're going to just type your email or Gmail, and then you're going to click on continue. Then you have to come up with a password. Just going to come up with something. This is very important. This email, you have to have access to it, because they're going to send you your proof of payment to this email. Just going to confirm it. Oh, yeah, I thought I made a mistake. Okay, hold on, just give me a sec. Then you click on continue. Then it's going to ask you to answer some security questions. We're just going to choose after you fill out this information, it's up to you. These answers are just some made up answers. You don't have to write these ones. It must be something that you never forget, because they might ask you to answer these questions. After you're done, you just click on continue, and they're gonna send you a code to the email that you provided, and you just enter that code here and you click on verify, and it's gonna give this green message. Then you click on continue, and you actually have to pay. You click on this right here, I'm a human. It's gonna ask you to verify that. Click on the entity that doesn't have a pair. It will be this one. Then you click on next. Click on the entity that doesn't have a pair. It's gonna be this one. You click verify. Oh God. Okay, after you answer all those questions, you can actually click on confirm payment. We're gonna click on confirm payment. It's gonna bring you to this page here. You have to check this box right here, and then you have to click on process to secure checkout. Then you have your card information, and you can see the amount right here. It's $630 for one person. This is the amount as of August 3rd, 2024. And again, it's only for one person over the age of 18. If you're a family member of 4, I already showed you, it's going to be a little bit over $2,000. It depends on the number of family members and their ages. After you enter your card information, you click on checkout, and then you will receive an email. I'm going to show you the email. This is the email that you're going to receive. It's going to be from epayment@cic.gc.ca, and it's going to have an attachment. This is the attachment that you will receive. This is your proof of payment. This is what you need to attach to your application. You must attach this. This is, again, your official receipt, your proof of payment. This is what you must attach to your application. And it's going to show you how much you have paid. After you receive this email, and after you attach that to your application, right here, let's just, okay, here I attached the receipt, and you can click on view to actually see your receipt. This is it. And again, it's going to show you the amount. It's got this barcode right here, and it's your official receipt and your proof of payment. And when you upload it, you're going to see that you get that green check mark that we always look for. And then you can move on to the last section of this application. So here you can see that it shows that everything is filled and everything is ready, and all you have to do, first of all, make sure you save it. Try to save all the information after each step. So after you enter personal information, save it. After you enter contact info, save it. Just to make sure that you don't have to start everything again. After you enter all the information, you attach all documents, and you attach the proof of payment, you can see that they're all going to show up here, and they're going to show up in green, and it's going to show that you are ready to submit your application. Congratulations. You just click on continue. I highly recommend you to go over all the information after you're done to make sure that you haven't made any mistake. Just because these are green doesn't mean you have entered all the information correct. You might have had, I don't know, some spelling mistakes. You might have entered your SIN number by mistake. It's a different number. Just make sure you go over all of them, and then you click on continue. So we're going to click on continue. Then it's going to ask you to sign your application. You're going to enter your family name here. We're going to say Ross. We're going to say music. It's going to ask you the city. Again, that's the family name. This is first name. It's going to ask you the city you're signing your application in. Just going to say Toronto. And then by clicking, after you're done, then you can just click on sign and continue. And it's going to show you that your application was signed successfully. So this page is just showing that you have successfully signed your application. You still have not submitted your application. If you see the status of your application, it has not been submitted yet. So don't make the mistake and think that I submitted my application, I don't have to do anything else. No, you still have to submit your application. This is just to show you, this message just shows you that you have successfully signed your application. This person has successfully signed their application on this date. This is what this page is showing. You still need to submit your application, and in order for you to submit your application, you have to click on the back to your account button. It's gonna bring you to this page, and you have to click on submit application. You have to click on this button for you to actually submit your citizenship application. If you don't click on this button, you have not submitted your application yet. So make sure you click on this submit application button. After you click on this button, then your application will successfully be submitted to IRCC, and hopefully you'll hear soon about updates about your application. One more thing that I did mention at the beginning of the video, this account is only valid for 60 days. The account that you made at the beginning of the video with your email address and the password that you confirm at the beginning, it's only valid for 60 days. So it is important for you to make sure that you submit your application within the 60 days deadline that it shows up here. After that, the account will be expired and you won't be able to access the account again. And again, if you want to invite other people, other adults to your application so that their application can be processed at the same time as yours, you can just do that here. But if it's just you and you don't want to invite anybody else, you can just click on the submit application and you'll be good to go. I wish you all luck. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions.